transition formally now to Sweden and Finland, two countries that have long been neutral in the neighborhood of Russia, and now have asked and have been accepted to join NATO for the future. And
I broke my dang on camera
to
thing.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Sweden and Finland see a vulnerability and want to be part of this defensive pact. So
my TV
that
too
is
loud.
now officially moving forward, and it will be ratified by all the member countries. Also, the U.S.
Watching the news. So let's eat. Y'all, I made this seafood boil. This is all that I can eat. This probably doesn't look like much to most people, but it's not much. But this is all I probably could eat, and I probably won't finish it in all one sitting. And
now he's making some of those military positions more
I got me a Faygo Cola
in Poland and
to drink.
In other countries.
If you from Michigan, then you know
extend the American presence
about Faygo Cola. I love Faygo, but I really love Coca-Cola. I'm a Coca-Cola kind of girl. But Jesus, man, I done broke this thing, and I really don't have the money right now to be buying another one.
Also had time to meet with South Korea and Japanese leaders to talk about North Korea, a threat that is not.
I guess I'm gonna have to buckle down and buy another one.
The Ukraine war. And President Zelensky is expressing his concerns. He did so virtually by addressing the leaders here, saying that he wants them to understand the threat is real for those beyond Ukraine, and urging NATO to consider what it can do to help Ukraine, if not adopting Ukraine into the alliance, which is not on the table presently, doing more to try to help them defend themselves against Russia. There's one more day in this conference, and we'll be following all of it for you. Back to you, Joshua.
Thank you, Kelly. That's NBC White House correspondent Kelly O'Donnell with the latest.
All right, let's eat. I'm hungry. I haven't ate nothing all day. So R. Kelly going to jail for 30 years, y'all. Wow. So I guess I'm gonna start with the egg.
30 years in prison. Last fall, a Brooklyn federal court convicted him.
So this is some butter in the middle.
Prosecutors accused him of targeting an array of young women, including the late
Hey, what's up?
For years, R. Kelly fought and beat these allegations. The popular opinion shifted in the resurgent Me Too movement, and after the documentary Surviving
This stuff is hot still. Maybe I'll eat a sausage. It's very hot.
Quote, I hope this sentencing serves as its own testimony that it doesn't matter how powerful, rich, or famous your abuser may be, or how small they make you feel. Justice only hears the truth. Unquote. R. Kelly did not speak during today's hearing. His attorneys say they will appeal the sentence. More charges are pending in Minnesota and Illinois. Coming up, a unique kind of reparations in Southern California. A black family will get back a prime piece of beachfront property that was taken nearly 100 years ago. We'll explain just ahead. Stay close.
Y'all know I love crab. But it's so expensive to eat. I was at the grocery store. I spent like $100 and it really didn't get me nothing.
This is a very different kind of program. We're here to start a conversation about the big things happening in our world. Professor, I'm not asking you to predict the future, but what do you think?
I was hoping I was going to get a date today. I didn't get no date.
What is your biggest tip for any parent who's concerned about this? It's not my job to tell you what to think. My job is to think about what you tell me.
Now tonight with Joshua Johnson, streaming weeknights at 8 on NBC News Now.
I'm going to eat the crab first, because
Tom Galmas is your news playlist on NBC News Now. And
come eat crab meat.
listen to it as a podcast, available anytime and anywhere.
Gets cold fast.
Live from Ukraine, Uvalde, Texas, Mayfield, Kentucky.
So where's everybody from?
This is how so many towns
What are y'all doing?
themselves could actually see their pushing the game.
Am I making y'all hungry? Do y'all like seafood?
Campus. That's what we've been told.
No, if you remember anything NATO as bad as this one, you look at this and you're thinking we're not going to have power for weeks, maybe not months.
Exactly.
Every night.
Am I prime?
live score with Tom Ellis.
I don't know what that means.
NBC News Now. It's the best time of the morning. Time about popcorn. Feel the vibes down the show. Now tonight, Joshua Johnson, streaming weeknights at 8 on NBC News Now.
Ooh, I love crab.
Here's another beach to add to your California vacation to-do list. Bruce's Beach. It's in the city of Manhattan Beach near Los Angeles. This prime beachfront
What does
property
prime
has a
mean?
troubled history, one that's finally being addressed. Bruce's Beach is named for Willa and Charles Bruce. They bought the land back in 1912 for just over $1,000, transforming it into a thriving seaside resort for black families. But they, like many black homeowners of the day, had their property seized by the city back in 1924. Officials said it was to build a public park. In California, land means wealth. Officials say that land is now appraised at $21 million. Imagine the generational wealth taken from this family for nearly a century. Now, they will start giving back. Yesterday, the LA County Supervisors voted to give Bruce's Beach back to the Bruce family. Today, it has a lifeguard facility on it, but the deal
I
calls for
cooked
LA
this
County
myself.
to lease the space annually for $413,000.
Of course, I know how to cook some crab.
Joining us now is Los Angeles County Supervisor Janice Hahn. She represents a district that used to include Bruce's Beach, and she co-authored the resolution to transfer ownership. Supervisor Hahn, welcome. Good to have you with us.
Thank you. It's really nice to be with you.
Before we talk about the transfer, let's talk about the beach. If we were to walk on that beach, what would we notice? What would we see? What would stand out?
This is probably one of the more beautiful beaches, I would say, in California. You know, crystal clear ocean, lots of white sand, a boardwalk that people stroll on and bike on.
Oh, you're in the
surfers,
Philippines. That's what's up.
And you will see $1 million.
Never been to the Philippines. I plan on going.
Homes, that sit
Whenever
right
Facebook monetizes me, do you hear that, Facebook? I met all the requirements. Where my money at?
Kind of away from the shore. This is valuable real estate. That's
You hear me?
imagine gonna mean
Mark
lots to
Zuckerberg,
families
where my
who
money
own
at?
ownership.
This is prime beachfront property.
Talk about the
look pretty.
backstory of Bruce's Beach
Aw,
and what
thank
that
you.
meant
I've
to
been
you
getting
in terms of
compliments all the day.
sponsoring this resolution.
Even kids been coming up to me in the store. You're so pretty. I'm like, oh, really?
This is really a story
feel
of
pretty.
atrocities and injustice.
I ain't got no
not just to,
boyfriend.
The original owners, Willa and Charles Bruce, but to
Every guy I
generations of
meet-
Bruces, who most certainly would have been millionaires.
Every guy I
they
meet
have been allowed to hold on to this prime beach
try
property.
to have sex with me the first day they see me. I don't understand that. Like, they don't want to get to know me.
2 plots of land
Nothing.
right on the ocean, and then
Straight to the bedroom
went
they
on
want to take me.
build a very successful beach resort.
So
It was
it's
called
hard out
Bruce's
here for me to
Beach
find a
Lodge,
man.
where people would come and dine and
That's
dance,
serious.
and there was even a changing area. They rented swimsuits, and of course, in the 20s is the time here in California where African Americans were not allowed to have a day at the beach at very many locations. I can only think of 2 in our vicinity.
Okay.
One was Bruce's Beach, and the other was Inkwell Beach
So,
in Santa Monica. So African Americans from
Take this
all
potato.
over Southern California would spend the day driving to Bruce's Beach, enjoying themselves, and really doing what most of us take for granted, which is just having a nice day at the beach. But soon, the city of Manhattan Beach became alarmed that it was so successful. And they attempted to run out Willa and Charles Bruce just by pure harassment and dirty tricks and putting no parking signs up. The Ku Klux Klan actually was involved in
Y'all hear this news story?
The family by setting mattresses on fire.
They used to do black people
underneath
so
the resort.
bad back in
And
the
they
day.
pretty much wanted to make it miserable, not just for Willa and Charles, but for every African American that was enjoying their day.
What African Americans
And
go
then
through
that
it,
didn't
and then
work.
not only do we
They
have to deal with
decided to take
the stuff we deal with up
by
here,
eminent domain, and they used the law to virtually steal the property from Willa and Charles Bruce,
We got our own people that are rooted from the same place we rooted from. Feeling some type of way about us too.
This isn't a huge plot of land. As I understand, it's about 7,000 square feet, like a fifth of an acre of land. Just by way of contrast, this building, 30 Rockefeller Plaza, by itself is about 2.5 acres. So this isn't a vast piece of land, but what message do you hope it sends that the county is?
I think it's funny when I tell people my name is Crystal Patricia. My real name is Crystal Patricia. That's my real name.
Anyway, I grew up in Los Angeles, and I was under the,
That's my real name.
you know,
It's short,
impression
because my name is long.
these kinds of stories in Los Angeles, that these stories of atrocities against African
Well,
Americans
that's my real name, y'all.
in the South. But when I finally realized that those two pieces of property that were taken from the Bruces almost 100 years ago now.
Who watched what was it called? The Secret Window?
Not the
What
city of Manhattan Beach, but the county of Los Angeles.
movie was that with Johnny Depp when he was eating that corn and he buried his wife under the corn and ate all the corn? Did y'all see that movie? Every time I eat corn, I think about that. Every time he be like,
if they're even alive, if they're alive, even if they're
eating that corn.
are they still with us? And so I actually was put in touch with the great grandson, Anthony Bruce, of Willa and Charles. And I will tell you, that first phone call I had,
I love corn,
so emotional,
especially corn on the cob
because he said this
with some butter on it.
taking of that property nearly 100 years ago.
How much of this food do y'all think I'm gonna be able to
Torn
eat?
their family up. Decades later, family reunions were, you know.
This is my first meal that I've had all day. I haven't ate nothing. All I had was a iced coffee. But this is my first time eating food all
get
day.
that property back. Sadly, they both died before they ever saw the possibility of that happening. So for me, the message was, it's never too late to right a wrong. And it's not a gift of public property or public land.
I know you're like, girl, this lady eat crazy.
And it has had such a great
Look, I love food.
And I hope, because we were the first
I'm somebody
agency
that love food,
in the
but lately I ain't been able to eat.
return property to
That's
an
kinda crazy,
African-American
ain't
family. So I'm hopeful that other counties across our country will look at what we did.
Like literally, I go all day without eating.
I appreciate one thing in particular, Supervisor. I know I gotta let you go, but I appreciate the thought process that you described in terms of thinking these kinds of things.
Y'all, I'm getting full.
Here.
And I knew I wasn't gonna
And
finish
to
this
grapple
food.
with that kind of history. I think that's a conversation that's happening in a lot of different places, and we'll see how it turns
I
out.
know
on
y'all
this
like,
stuff. But
what
for
kind
now,
of eating
I'm looking
thing
forward to
is
my next
this?
trip back to Southern California. Cannot wait to see Bruce's Beach for myself. LA County Supervisor Janice Hahn.
Okay, I want to at least eat my egg.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great being with you.
Up next, heading back to the moon. The Kennedy Space Center is gearing up for NASA's Artemis program. We'll see the first part of our feature report.
What's a
before we go.
seafood boil without an egg? I ate a sausage. I ate 2 shrimp. I ate 1 corn on the cob. I ate all the crab legs.
On this Wednesday morning, it's good to have you along with us.
You don't know when your moment's coming, but when it does, you take it.
Oh,
At 73, Prince Charles is still waiting for the job that is his birthright.
Do we want Charles? Do we want a monarchy?
I'm Keir Simmons, and we'll take on these questions and more in our new podcast.
I guess I ain't getting no date.
Desire, deception, and
I gave my number out today.
the seduction. A deadly love story only Dateline and Keith Morrison can tell. Listen now, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, y'all. I'm full. I suck at mukbangs.
At 73, Prince
I'm
Charles
full.
the job that is his birthright.
Okay, no more.
I'm Keir Simmons.
So I got 1 corn on the cob left, 1 sausage left, 2 shrimp left, and half of my boiled egg left. That's all I could eat. I'm full.
costs on your vacation? They gave us the answer.
Make sure y'all comment below where y'all from. Tell me if you like seafood. I love seafood. Even though they're the roaches of the sea, I love them. Let me tell you something. I love all the roaches of the sea.
Desire, deception, and a double cross. The seduction, a deadly love story.
I've never had crawfish before, y'all. Don't laugh. I've never had.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
I've had shrimp. I love shrimp. And I love crab, lobster. I like scallops. I like mussels a little bit.
I'd like to just let what I believe history will record that America's challenge of today has forged man's destiny of tomorrow.
That was astronaut Eugene Cernan from Apollo 17 back in 1972, taking his final steps on the moon.
They had this Coke on sale for $1.25 for 4, so I got this Coke. I mean, Faygo.
With its Artemis
Faygo's
project.
alright.
It's an ambitious three-part mission building on Apollo's findings with more sustainable technology. The first launch could happen as soon as August.
But Coke
Tonight's feature report
just had
takes
that
us
taste.
inside
I just love
Artemis.
It's absolutely fascinating when you think about the technology that the Apollo teams utilized.
That's one small step for man.
Not only on the ground.
I wanted to get on here and do something besides makeup.
Spacecraft on the Saturn V launch vehicle, pushing the boundaries of technology.
Tell me if you like this type of stuff.
They wanted to go to the moon and travel in space when we didn't know if it was possible. The benefit we have, if we follow in the footsteps of to learn from what they did and build on the technology we have today.
So Artemis is all about NASA returning to the moon, but this time in a sustainable way.
The directive I'm signing today will refocus America's space program on human
Y'all like my
exploration
Dollar
and
Tree nails?
discovery.
Thank you, dang
It
thing.
marks an important step in returning American astronauts to the moon.
Somehow, Artemis has managed to
So what are y'all eating for dinner tonight?
Republican president to a Democrat president, which is quite
Something
unusual,
good?
and maybe shows the strength of the
What
program.
y'all cooking? Woo, I'm full.
The mission was first
Look.
proposed a few years ago.
I'm about to watch Tarot. I'm supposed to work on my website today. See, I'm trifling.
Incredulous to think that would happen,
But I was so stressed in the store. I had this $200 thing and I couldn't use it. So I have to wait and go back and use it.
SLS rocket and Orion launch crew for the first time here in the next couple of years.
We were meant to see SLS launch already by now. Initially, the rocket rolled out to the pads a month or two ago, and we were expecting a launch maybe by May or June. Unfortunately, a few issues with the launch, and it's now looking like it's going to be maybe towards the end of the summer. But SLS is a cornerstone of NASA's Artemis program.
So the space
Here,
launch system,
have a sip.
This is the most powerful rocket.
Some
that
nice cola
exists
for
on the
you.
planet today. When you look back
Drink, drink,
and
drink.
compare it to the Saturn V rocket, it may be a bit smaller and a bit shorter, but it's more powerful from a lift-off thrust than the Saturn V rocket.
Man, I'm so
And what it really
full.
boils down to is the ability for us to
I'm
take
so
bigger
freaking
and
full.
heavier payloads to the moon. The SLS is made up
But
of several
seafood
pieces.
is
On
very
either side
filling.
of the big
It makes you
section
full
of the
quick.
vehicle are solid rocket boosters.
I
Then
love
in the middle
seafood.
section, that's your core stage.
I
And
love me
our
some
four
seafood.
Main engines for the core stage. Above that is our interim cryo propulsion
Send you my
stage.
phone?
That is our upper stage that will basically
to pay.
take
You have to
the
pay for
Orion
that
spacecraft and the service module to the moon. That's what allows us to leave Earth's gravity and go to the moon. Above that, we've
Where
got
you
our service
from,
module
Mr.
provided
Anderson?
by the European Space Agency that basically has an engine on it, breathing air, all of the things that Orion spacecraft needs during its mission. Above that is the Orion spacecraft. That's where the
Why don't you
astronauts
leave
will
your
arrive
number on
when they
here?
get to Artemis 2. And then above that is the launch abort system, and that's the.
I can't leave my number on here.
And it's used.
I had to take my what's up down. So many men was calling my
Needs to be
phone.
pulled away from the rest of the rocket.
Talking about some
during
video
flight.
call, video this. Let me tell you something. You can't video call, video this. You in jail?
It's very expensive. It's very over budget.
Why are you
it's
in
very
jail?
delayed.
What'd you do?
Yes, SpaceX can maybe do it cheaper with a Starship rocket, but that is still an unproven.
You've been a bad boy.
So having these two options on the table does give us a bit of redundancy, does allow us to kind of plan having a lunar program
Hit you
in
up
the near
now.
term.
But at the end of the
My
show,
dad
as we went
said,
back from show, we're looking for, what
I
is the
can't
national
talk
deep
to
space
no
and how do we
more
get to the
bad
destination we wanna go
boys.
to? And
I
that's
got
the
to
third
get a
focus
good
on the
boy.
deep space mission. So how do we get to the moon and Mars and beyond? You know, what does a spaceship have to look like to do that? Do we came up with a capsule?
Like what I want. Let me tell you something. I like money. I like money, more money, and more money. And I love makeup, and I love clothes, and I love purses, and I love traveling, and I love good food. I got to have money, baby. I was married to a broke man. I don't want no more broke men. My husband was broke, and thief. Ooh, he was thief. He was an old thiefing boy.
They can bring the whole thing back through the atmosphere with humans on board.
Do all that for me. I'm expensive. I love expensive things, if you can tell.
Well, Orion specifically
Love.
for I had the privilege to have somebody Apollo astronauts.
I gave love. I ain't get love back. I don't know. It's not about what a man say. It's about what a man do. You can't never listen to what a man say. Yeah, you say that, but is you gonna do that? Yeah, that's what I say. You say that, but is you gonna do that? I don't know. That Georgia action coming out. Is she coming out, baby? Is she coming out?
First mission of an Orion spacecraft on the rocket all together. And then we're just going to send it uncrewed, make sure everything works before we put our friends in it. And we have some test mannequins that are flying out in this one.
Back up your room. What we gonna do while you in jail? What you gonna? I need some man, a man that's here. I need a man that can take me on trips. Let's go on vacations. That's what I want to do. I want to go on vacations. I want us to have fun. I want to go out on dates every week. That's what I miss. I had a man like that, Mom. Good boyfriend. TJ used to take me out. He used to take me out on dates every week. He never missed a beat. He would take me out on dates every week. Every holiday, he would always have something for me. And even not on a holiday. I remember when he used to, one day, you know a man love you when he just go and get you flowers just because. You ain't been loved by a man unless a man bought you flowers just because it wasn't no holiday, it wasn't no special occasion. He just brought me flowers just because. And that was so sweet. That was so sweet. He just popped up over my house. He popped up over my house with these beautiful roses and this beautiful vase. And I'm like, what's this for? He like, it's just because. He was like, I'm so happy I met you. You're such a beautiful young lady. You're so sweet. And I just got you this just because. He bought me flowers just because. That was so sweet. But you know what? I had guys really do nice things for me. That's why I say I don't understand why I ever accepted what I accepted from the men that I dated before. Because I've had some really good men. Really good men. This one guy I used to date, all of the men I've been with have been younger than me. I don't understand why, but I mean, not all of them. I mean, when I was in high school, I used to date guys my age, but it's like when I got out of school, almost every guy I talked to was younger than me. I don't know why. This one guy, he was like 7 years apart from me, y'all. I had met him, I don't know where I met him at. I might have been at Kroger's when I met him, because he worked at Kroger's. And I used to really, really like him. Like, he was a good guy, but he was bad, though. He was good, but he was bad. So, he worked at Kroger's, but he was doing, like, bad stuff. He used to sell drugs, and he used to rob people. He was bad. He used to rob people. Like, he had went to jail. Before he went to jail, he was so sweet to me. Like, he used to come over to my apartment, and he used to spend a night. And then, like, I had just got diagnosed with diabetes, and I told him, like, I have to watch my diet. And I was telling him, like, I'm struggling. Like, I was going to work, I was going to school, and I had my own apartment or whatever. And I'm like, I don't even barely have enough money to buy food and this and this and this. So he worked at the grocery store. You know what he did?
Just this week alone, paralyzed in custody, the disturbing video from Connecticut police showing the moment a man.
He took me to the grocery store.
After an arrest, officers then seen dragging him across.
Let me pick out whatever I wanted, and he bought all my groceries. He bought all my groceries for me. That was so sweet. He was so sweet. And then he went to jail. And then when he got out of jail, I came and got him when he got out of jail. And we spent the night together, and then he was telling me, like, he got caught up in some stuff because, you know, he had went to jail because he had robbed somebody. And how he got caught was he put his fingerprint on the man's car that he had robbed. Like, the guy that he robbed, he put his fingerprint on the car, and that's how they found him, and he got charged. He only got like 2 years in jail because he didn't have no prior offenses. But when he got out, we spent the night together. This is the saddest story, and I really, really love this guy. Sometimes I felt like, it's gonna sound crazy, but so he said he got caught up in something. Like, he stayed in Southwest Detroit, and y'all know how Southwest is. Detroit, Southwest pretty rough. Like, it's a lot of like drugs over there and a lot of gang violence in Southwest. I used to live in Southwest, so he got caught up in all of that.
And tonight his legal troubles are not over. He's set to face another
and he was like, he's scared. He said he felt when he was at my apartment, he was like, I feel like I'm gonna die. Like, I feel like something's gonna happen to me. And I'm like, well, maybe you shouldn't go. Maybe you should stay. But he was like, well, I gotta go. I gotta go back over there. I didn't hear from him for 2 days. I called his phone. This is a true story, y'all. I called his phone. His mama picked up the phone and said, girl, he got gunned down. He was shot 6 times. He passed away. We having a candlelight visual for him. Do you know, I felt like I wanted to die. Like, I really liked this man. He was so sweet to me. And then it's like, I felt guilt. It's like, I felt like I shouldn't have never dropped him off over there. If I would have just kept him at my house, he would have never got shot. He would have never died. And he told me what happened and how he had got caught up in whatever he was doing or whatever. And I was so hurt because it's like, after he died, I swear it felt like he was hunting me. Like, I would try to date other people. Like, I had got this guy in my car, and I swear I could see him in my back window. Like, he would be, I could see his spirit. He'd be like, and it sounded like it was really him. He was like, I know you ain't messing with this clown. I know you ain't messing with this clown. And I'm like, ooh, it was just so spooky. It's like for a long time, it felt like this man was hunting me. It just felt like that. And then I felt so guilty. I felt so guilty, like, when I dropped him off to find out that he died like that, because he was so sweet. But he was rough. He used to get caught up in all that type of mess, and he wasn't like, he was like a bad boy. Like, he was rough, and he got caught up in that gang stuff, and they killed him. I have a picture of him on my Facebook profile. I'm gonna try to find it and post it on here, but this is a true story. I don't know where his mom is. I didn't go to the candlelight visual because I was too emotional. I was so emotional. And it's so crazy, like the girl that had a baby by him, she ended up losing the baby. It was just crazy. He went through so much. Everybody like, well, he was a gangster. He was into all of that stuff. What do you expect? I'm like, yeah, but he was a good person. I mean, some people would think he wasn't a good person, but I knew him as a good person because all of the good things that he had did for me. He did a lot for me, and he was younger than me.
Among the dead, 4 Hondurans.
And I miss him so much. And I used to call him little boy. That's what I used to call him, little boy. I used to call him little boy.
Where they could work to build their mom.
But he's gone now. So I'm just here. I'm getting the divorce. So I'm trying to date again. Trying to find me a new boo thing. I went through a lot with my, I don't even want to call it a husband because he was never a husband to me. I don't want to call him that because he wasn't never that to me. He wasn't never a husband. I don't know if I was drugged, like why I was dealing with him, because he never did nothing good for me. He never did stuff like how that guy did for me and how my other guy friend did stuff for me. You know what I'm saying? Like they would take me out on dates every week. I always had a gift. They never forgot about me. In this relationship, I felt like I was giving more than I was getting. It just felt like a one-way thing. Like I would ask for the littlest stuff and he would never even do it. So I think like, you know, this time around, I think God gonna send me a good one. Like I keep meeting men that just want to sleep with me. That's what I keep meeting. Like they really think that you're supposed to go to. Like I met this guy today. He's cute. Like I thought he was cute, and he had little muscles and stuff. And
I know you have some new reporting time about the suspects, about
he was
who were behind this smuggling operation.
I gave him my number, but then he said like go back to his place, and I'm like, well, the first day I meet a guy, I don't go over their house. And he's like, I got my own place. And I'm like, okay, you supposed to have your own place. But I don't know. But I hope he turned out to be a nice guy. I'm dating. I probably need to go out tonight, but I might go to bed because I done ate all this food because I be getting sleepy after I eat.
Their only charges that they're facing as of right now, Tom, are they're letting their visa expire and illegal possession of firearms. Tom? All right, Morgan Chesky with that new reporting tonight. Morgan, we thank you for that. Next, we head to the travel trouble ahead of this holiday weekend.
I don't know. Did I lose my soulmate?
Delta Airlines
I don't know.
Because
my husband,
giving customers the option to
I don't know what that was. It's like, I don't even know why I married it. I don't know why I got involved. I think I married him because I'm getting older and I wanted a family and I'm ready to settle down. I just rushed into it, and then I felt pressured by people because they all like, get a man, get a man, get a man, and he wasn't a man. Like, to me it felt like I was married to a woman. That's how it felt. Like, I don't know how to describe it because I've never met a man that act the way that he acts. He was very feminine, but yet he would act like he's a tough guy, but he was very feminine. And do not like feminine men. Like, I like real, like, I don't want to say I like thugs. I don't really like thugs, but, like, the thugs be the, like, the tough ones. I don't like no soft man. I can't. He got to be rough. But, hey, girl. But I don't want him to be rough with me. I don't want him to be rough with me.
The fact of continuously flying overtime month after month after month just adds up. And, you know, pilots are making that tough safety call.
Well, I'm so ready to get out on the dating scene. Like, I want to go out tonight because I've been in the house. And it's like, I need to go out. Like, I need to be going to bars. When you're a single woman, you need to be out every night. Like, you need to be out. And like, this is a good time right now for me to be out, because happy hour is like usually when a good, this is how you meet a really good man. This is how I met, like,
these kinds of requirements based on safety judgments, and I haven't seen any change in the safety rationale.
Okay, girl, be safe, don't get in trouble at work. Shoot, I got into it with my supervisor at my job, but I guess it worked out in the long run because I was gonna have to be off anyway. I wanted to make some money, but I ended up getting a pinched nerve, and I'm supposed to go for an MRI or something to find out what's going on with it. But I'm supposed to take it easy. I'm supposed to just be sitting in bed, but I've really been doing it because I don't have the strength to do nothing no more right now anyway.
And in the meantime, they have their normal attrition rate, right?
Well, it's like my body falling apart. It just, I don't know, like I'm old. My birthday coming up, I'm about to be 37. I don't look 37, do I? Baby, I look good. Yes, I love it too, girl. You know, this is some cheap foundation. I just did a video on this. This is the cheapest foundation. One of the cheapest ones. I wouldn't say it's the cheapest one. It's one of the cheapest foundations. Wet n Wild.
Is pushing back on some of those claims. NBC News Chief White House correspondent Peter Alexander has the latest.
This little makeup done went viral. So I've had it in my collection for a long time. I've been using it for a long time. Before it so-called went viral now.
To reject Mr. Trump's original plan to join his supporters as they converged on the Capitol.
Mr. Cipollone said something to the effect of,
ooh,
please make sure we don't.
I got to go out tonight. Like, I got to go somewhere. I hope the guy called me. He ain't called me yet. I mean, I just gave him my number, but he was ready to take me out. He was like, why don't you put all that stuff back and let's go sit down and go eat. And I'm like, okay, if you finna buy me some free food, baby, here I come. I'll throw all this stuff back. But he was like, I'm not dressed. I'm like, what?
They're not here to hurt me.
He was amazing.
Mr. Trump denies that claim. And tonight, other portions of Hutchinson's
I can't
testimony are being disputed. Like what she said Deputy Chief of Staff Tony Ornato told her Mr. Trump got physical with his lead Secret Service agent, Bobby Engel.
I'm too old to be single.
SUV.
Mr.
I'm supposed to have a man laying up in my bed.
Said, sir, you need to take your hand off the steering wheel. Keep going back to the West Wing.
I don't want no trouble. I don't want no man that give me trouble.
Mr. Trump then used his free hand to lunge towards
you gonna act right or you gonna get gone, baby, because I ain't finna play with you.
Ornato tells NBC News Mr. Trump never grabbed the steering wheel and never assaulted Engel.
I ain't got no
Ornato never told Hutchinson those events occurred. But they don't deny Mr. Trump was furious and wanted to go.
But I definitely need to drink this cola because I ain't been eating. I need something to raise my blood sugar. Cause my mama is in the hospital because she had low blood sugar. I was scared she was gonna die, y'all. I have diabetes too, so I have to be really careful with that low blood sugar. But just sometimes I just feel like I can't eat. Like I don't be eating. That's why I say I was gonna try to do these smoothies and put more fruit in my diet because I'm having trouble eating.
Spokesman says Hirschman wrote the note.
Top Republicans tonight are slamming Hutchinson's testimony.
It looks like, one more day of salacious headlines. This is why Pelosi set this up.
Where y'all
They
go?
want to be a partisan committee of witch hunters to keep going after Donald Trump, not to get facts.
But committee Democrats are dismissing any criticism.
Nobody is challenging the central
I don't know.
material facts.
If we call, I don't think I'm gonna go to his house though. If we call, because if you go to a man's house, let me tell you, when I met my
like a missile at the U.S. Capitol.
Late tonight, Hutchinson's lawyers say
boyfriend
she stands by
TJ,
all of the testimony she provided
I
yesterday.
came to his house the first day I met him. I mean, it was wintertime, it was cold outside, so it's like it really wasn't much we could do anyway. So we just ordered food and we watched movies, and like I spent the night with him.
Committee hearing. So, I guess a lot of people
I ain't go back home till Monday morning.
Yeah, it's a good question.
So you have to be careful if you go over a man's house. That's why I say you have to be careful, because they be having plans when you come to their house. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to meet him at his house the first day. That's not a good idea.
Were they asked to corroborate that new information about what happened inside the presidential limo, as recounted by Hutchinson in her testimony? The bottom line at the end of the day is, I'm told by multiple sources that both the SUV driver and the Secret Service leader
I hope he calls. I'm waiting for him.
senior staffer,
I'm waiting for you to call me.
Hutchinson's telling of that story.
we just have to wait and see now if they ever appear before the January 6th committee.
Older.
Speaking of the committee, we're also hearing from Jamie Thomas.
He older, baby. I got me an older one, because that's what I want. I don't want no little boys no more. I can't play with y'all. I can't play with you. So I'm happy. Like, I hope you call.
Former Chief of Staff to President Trump, Mark Meadows, after the election, pushing the White House to overturn the 2020 elections.
I'm so crazy.
In a letter that was obtained by NBC News, sent by a lawyer from Thomas to
I'm
the
sleepy,
committee.
y'all. I
That
gotta
lawyer
put this
says that
food up
he
because
has
I
not
ain't
seen
finished
any
it.
reason for Thomas to testify
I'm
that the
sleepy.
committee needs a better
Y'all, I'm finna
justification
get off
in his
here.
response. Why it's
I'm
relevant.
gonna go sleep.
Peter Alexander with several updates tonight. First, Peter, we thank you. We want to head overseas now to the NATO meeting.
I'm so sleepy. How I'm gonna go out tonight and I'm sleepy? That's how you know you old. Like, I'm too old to be out there like that. This ain't for me. I like to sit at home and watch movies and eat snacks. That's what I like to do.
Many still missing from Monday's
But I have to
deadly
go out,
attack.
get out on the
President
prowl.
Zelensky says Russia is
Get
now
out on
a
the prowl.
terrorist state. All of it intensifying the pressure on world leaders as the critical NATO summit gets underway in Spain. NATO today declaring
I
Russia
guess I'll go to sleep, y'all.
and direct threat.
Laters. I hope y'all enjoy my little seafood mukbang, even though I ain't eat that much of it. It was good though, y'all. Later.
Eastern Europe.